bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the center position. Now here's Hero. On target from range.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Hero. Now here's Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Brown. Wiggins, no good. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Always reading the angles. Holiday's able to find his shot.
Has to Ware. Now Burks. Hero outside. Back to Burks. Shoots over White. And Burks gets it to go.
Defense in his grill, and Alec Burks keeps his eye on the prize. What concentration.
Now here's Tatum. Counted by Adebayo. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Adebayo. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the shot's good.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Outside, Brown. White against Wiggins. Outside, Brown. And the Celtics another three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kornet's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Now here's Adebayo. Inside. Here's Love. And it's Kornet with a rebound.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Buries it from three.
Well, this guy's got such big-time mobility for a big man. Al Horford specializes in finding the gaps in the defense. Nice catch and shoot.
Now here's Mitchell. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Takes the three. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Hauser. And here's Brown for three. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What a huge shot to beat the Bucks.
And that does it for the first quarter. Boston out in front, up by 7. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
We've got Al Horford, Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Hauser in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Lets it fly. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Heat trail by 5. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Boston has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Craig. And the Heat making a change here. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Up top, Tatum. There's the 3. And Tatum drills the 3.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Hero outside. Outside, Anderson fires the 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Porzingis with a screen on Anderson. Tatum passes to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the paint. Pass to Anderson. Robinson with it. And again, Miami with a triple. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
On the wing, Tatum. Anderson covers. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Anderson.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown has tightened his handle, and that allows him to be effective as a pick-and-roll option.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. 44 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Burke's no good. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Tatum. Jacks up a 3. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
Here's where. Can they get it? And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Al Horford's checked in for Tatum. That one misses. Boston's gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Brown inside, hounded by Wiggins. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Pass to Adebayo. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Adebayo's got his second basket. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for Miami. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Wiggins outside. Fires the 3. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Porzingis sets a screen. There's Tatum with the 3. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Well, Jason Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 9-point game. Burks passes to Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins has space. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Porzingis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, BA. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. Hero for 3. Knocks down the triple. Hero's got 6 here in the quarter.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Here's the 3. The rebound by Burks.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. And it's now only a 5-point Celtic lead.
Well, Burks is a lethal 3-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. Here's Tatum. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
Boston making a switch here. Warford's checked in. Anderson's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Hero.
Well, what's impressive to me about Jason Tatum is how he attacks his weaknesses in the offseason. This guy is committed to greatness.
Mitchell, the pass to Anderson. Horford against Adebayo. Pass to Burks. Over Holiday. And Burks with the basket on the assist by Adebayo. Burks has got 7 points in the game. Horford outside. Back to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Outside Burks. Gets the 3 to fall. Burks has got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
On the wing, Tatum fires from deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 5.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Miami has possession. Here's Adebayo, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming this way.
Just an enforcer for this team. Adebayo is no stranger to physical play, whether he's receiving it or dishing it out.
And both free throws good for Adebayo. Here's Pritchard. Cornette sets a screen from deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Jason Tatum. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Heat trail by 3. Outside Johnson. Hero outside. And he hits it to tie the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Pass to Tatum. Here's the teardrop. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT.
Here's Larson to take the lead. And Pritchard pulls it down. Pass to Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He made it very clear. They need to work the ball inside, saying, quote, they haven't blocked a shot yet. Bring the ball to them. Make them defend us down low. Let's see how they take that advice. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Tatum against Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. That won't go either for Tatum.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Here's Tatum. From 13 feet, down it goes. Tatum's got 14 points here in the second half.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Hero against Holiday. The kick out to Wiggins. There's a screen to take the lead. Nails it from 3. And the Heat lead by 1.
Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
And here's Tatum. From downtown, Tatum with the three-point answer.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Hero against Holiday. Hero, no good.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Let's prove the time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Free throw line jumper. Money.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Pass to Adebayo. Hero, screen on Tatum. Adebayo passes to Burks. Now Hero. Adebayo finds Wiggins. It falls! And that one brings them within one.
One of the reasons the scouts loved Wiggins, he always finds a way to deliver in big-time moments.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
We've got 22 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Hero. Tipped.
How about the defense from Holiday? Reading the play and using his defensive instincts to swat it back.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Pass to Wiggins. 4-3. Money from deep.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
It seems to me a lack of effort and a lack of communication, and it's happening to both sides here late in the game.
There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Adebayo from long range. Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
Ah, we love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
A look at the Magic starting group. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Shot by Grimes. No good. Wagner against George. And that one's good. Wagner.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Grimes. High post, Embiid. Carter pulls it in. And the Magic with possession. 4-point game. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr. A tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness. Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
Back to Maxey. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Oubre outside. Pass to George. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And you love the way that PG can get you a bucket on and off the ball. That versatility speaks volumes.
Now, here's Banchero. Here's Suggs. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
The Magic making a switch here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black's subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Last season, the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Anthony hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Edwards from outside the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Anthony. 6 to shoot. For 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Magic. They lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Magic.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
We've got Joel Embiid. Abusele out there with Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Philadelphia has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Isaac a screen on Edwards. And it's Banchero missing. The 76ers lead. Pass to McCain. Outside Butler. At the top of the key, Embiid. Joel Embiid, too big.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Here's Embiid. Goes up again. The strength of Embiid on display.
And the sheer size of Embiid poses so many problems for the opponent, and he's using it well to score inside against them.
To the paint. Here's Bitadze. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Maxey passes to Oubre. A floater. Good work defensively by Carter.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Oubre, no one around him. The 76ers again can't hit it. Magic leading by 3. 58 seconds left here in the second. To the inside. And then Carter with the jam.
And this is what you love about Carter. Sets great picks, and he's a monster rolling toward the cup.
Pass to Grimes. On the wing, George. He's defended. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Suggs with the screen for Wagner. Wagner against Oubre. Here's Wagner. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over Oubre. Buries the jump shot. Wagner's got his second basket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Maxey. Drains the three-pointer. Maxey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Magic lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Cole Anthony having a dominant impact, guys, in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the 1. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut back down to just 1 with the basket from Maxey. Suggs kicks to Carter. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Caldwell Pope dishes to Suggs. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Suggs has got 6 points.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Embiid with a screen on Wagner. And it's George missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams. And he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Pass to Yabusele. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And it's Bona missing. Magic leading by 5. Wagner passes to Suggs. Wagner outside. Suggs against Maxey. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside, Maxey cans it from downtown. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Here's Anthony. The 17-footer goes down. Anthony's got 12 in the game. And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Abusele out there with Embiid. Then it's Butler. Then there's Gordon. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Here's Butler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Magic.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Edwards, he's checked in for the 76ers.
Strong defense against Banchero inside, but they can't break his focus, and he still manages to knock it down.
Pass to McCain. Edwards with it. Here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
The 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Oubre. George dishes to Oubre. Maxey off target from three-point range. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He knows every possession is critical now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Magic leading by 7. Pass to Banchero. Banchero draws the double. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
No holding back. Embiid takes it in.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Banchero passes to Suggs. Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Wagner. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Embiid inside, defended by Carter. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Suggs. Back to Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. He gets it in there. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Magic.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Franz Wagner.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And it's Wagner missing. Not sure the miracle, Greg, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Hits the three-point bomb. Maxey's got it back down to within single digits for Philadelphia. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they...
Know each other well, and safe to say they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. They've got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Brunson. Towns finds Hart. Back to Towns. Brunson with it. Outside Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Towns on a screen. The 3 is up. Miami grabs the miss.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
To the middle. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Burks.
Well, around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty and they don't give up.
Now here's Hero on the wing. Burks. Over Bridges, and Burks gets it to go. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson for 3. He drops it from range.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Brunson. Hero for three. He buries it from three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, he can add it to the list.
Adebayo from long range. And the Heat, another three.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
Brunson taking his time here. Hart finds Towns. Again, the Knicks. Good for two more.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Hero against Brunson. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Anunoby. Wiggins, no good.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Bridges. He nails it, and we're tied. Bridges has got 5 points.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Here's Hero. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
New York shooting their first free throws of this game. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Both free throws good from Brunson.
What a play! That's gonna count!
Are you kidding me?
Wow! Oh, taking this arena's breath away. That's a crazy shot at the buzzer. Oh my!
Tyler Hero has been on display for the Miami Heat. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Tyler Hero. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Jovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hero for 3. Achua with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Outside Robinson, pass to Hero, the 3 ball, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And Hero getting to the spots where he can be very effective. That swagger he plays with is infectious.
Outside Achua, back to Bridges. Robinson, a screen on Robinson. Robinson against Bridges. Shoots over Hero. Bridges misses.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
And some changes here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Payne. Achua with a screen on Burks. Bridges on the attack. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Bridges showing off his athleticism. He's able to get in there at full speed and still score.
Hero outside. Over Brunson. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Hero's got 7 now in this quarter. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Here's Adebayo. Doesn't go that time. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Over Hero. And there's Towns on the assist from Brunson. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Back to Hero. Jacks up a 3. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Brunson against Hero. Brunson takes it himself. And that one's good. And now it's just a 2-point Heat lead.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Pass to Hero. He takes it in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Outside Achua, the 3 is up. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Brunson with it. From the arc. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
The tray at the horn knocks it all up. They have the momentum going into the locker room.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The Heat, 28.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. For the lead. Brunson misses. Miami has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Bridges against Adebayo. Here's Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Hero's got 23.
Fighting the inside defender, Hero really works to get to the bucket.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Brunson against Hero. To the inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both free throws good from Anunoby. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Miami has possession. They trail by 3. Back to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Four on the clock. Carries it down low. Adebayo's got 7.
Adebayo not allowing the defense to slow him down.
New York has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
Pass to Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Brunson. Hero with the bucket.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
Brunson against Hero. Brunson misses. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. There's 1:12 left in the third quarter. Wiggins against Brunson. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. That one's down for Brunson.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges scoring the basketball.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. 3-pointer. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one. New York has gotten 6 of 10 3-pointers to drop. Outside Hart. Outside Anunoby. Outside Hart. Now here's Brunson. Takes the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
How about the response from Brunson, nailing 3 of his own?
Brunson against Hero.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Hero. And so Hero nails both of them.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Now Bridges. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Knicks out in front. They lead by 1. And time for a short break. Stay right there. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Duncan Robinson. Tyler Hero is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. Payne, the pass to Towns. Shoots over Anderson. That's good from Towns on the assist by Payne. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Pass to Larson. Hero outside. The 3. The Knicks pull it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Anunoby, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So for the Knicks, Josh Hart's checked in for Achua. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Payne. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Here's Hero. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Hero's gotten 4 this quarter.
Just a bad time for a defensive breakdown, and he really took advantage.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Brunson. Oh, Brunson off the bump.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Heat trail by 5. And here's Hero. And Anunoby pulls it down.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Hart from long range. Counted from distance.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Miami's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hero. And the layup is good off the glass. Hero's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Burks. Counted and 1. He'll have a chance in the three-point play. That's on Mikal Bridges. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
They've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
And Brunson gets it to go.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 5. So Hero nails both of them.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. 44 seconds left in the final quarter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. That free throw good from Brunson.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Adebayo passes to Hero. Stolen by Bridges. And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They're losing by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming, and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Adebayo from long range. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one. Hero outside. And nails the tray.
And Tyler Hero not shy that time.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Pass to Adebayo. Launches it. That one doesn't drop. And so it's New York winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point. Now here's Suggs. The three from Banchero hits the three-pointer.
Responding nicely with his own three, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by Boston, and it's good for two. Banchero's got 5 now.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick-and-roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Carter. And here's Suggs. Just 4 to shoot. There's the 3. They get it again. Second chance shot. Carter, good.
Right there. I mean, Carter using his instincts and his motor to track down the miss and convert it into second chance points. That's just really good work.
Here's Tatum. Going inside. White on the wing. Porzingis with a screen on Caldwell Pope. White for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Suggs finds Banchero. Carter, a screen on Tatum. Fires top of the key, and Carter gets it to go on the assist from Banchero.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's White. Porzingis sets a screen. White, the pass to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, this team takes on a different attitude when Porzingis imposes his will like that. His energy and attitude, infectious.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kornet's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Banchero. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. Here's Brown. After the basket by Orlando. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Horford. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. And Brown with the stuff.
Big-time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
And it's Wagner off the drive. And he goes in for the dunk.
No mercy shown to the rack there. Wagner with the filthy throwdown.
36 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Isaac with the steal. Here's Anthony. Clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Black. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Orlando. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Sinks it from distance. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
Now here's Anthony. Yet to see a basket. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Batase to the paint. Here's Banchero. Hauser grabs the board. Boston has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Hauser. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's Banchero. He's got 5. Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
Tatum looking it over. From outside the arc. JT for 3.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Here's Banchero. Here he goes. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Boston.
Well, we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Suggs outside. Pass to Banchero. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Cornette's checked in for Tatum. Batase's checked in for Orlando. Celtics lead by 5. Outside Porzingis. Back to Brown. Oh, Jaylen Brown! A strong finish.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Wagner outside. Pass to Batadze. It's deflected. White, the pass to Holiday. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Boston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. Time for a quick break. Then back to the action. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the court for the Magic, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the 3.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Holiday. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Porzingis with a screen on Caldwell Pope. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Banchero on target from about 13 feet. Banchero's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
White, the pass to Porzingis. The rebound by Carter. Magic trail by 8. Here's Banchero. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Left side Porzingis. Right around 1.5 minutes played in the third quarter. KP strong inside.
You know, with that size and body control, Porzingis really can adjust and adapt to any kind of defensive pressure.
Pass to Carter. Wagner outside. And here's Banchero. Lets it go from deep. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions and really versatile score.
Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility. But the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Carter against Porzingis. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Suggs. Magic trail by 5. Here's Carter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
At 6'10" and 270 lbs, Carter Jr. is 2 handfuls inside, which is why defenders often foul him.
That one's no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Suggs with the bucket.
Well, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Here's Pritchard. Still no points. Off target with the 3.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And Carroll passes to Carter. Great D that time from Porzingis. Boston leading by 3. Holiday with the ball. Pass to Porzingis. No good. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Black. Suggs with it. Inside. Kicks it out to Wagner for the tie. Porzingis grabs the board. For Boston, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
And Carroll outside. With 1 on the clock. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Boston out in front, leading by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Oh! What a hammer!
Oh, man! An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Here's Black and Carroll outside. And Carroll brushes off the contact and sinks the shot.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Tatum against Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. On the wing, Tatum, guarded by Banchero. Banchero against Tatum. Over Banchero. No good off the glass. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. 2-point game. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Banchero outside. And there's the call on Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Porzingis for three. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Magic trail by 4. Pass to Wagner. Suggs outside. Back to Banchero. Here's Carter. In close, he hits it.
Great job by Carter Jr. to turn up his intensity and knock down the big shot. No fear there.
Tatum passes to White. Pass to Porzingis. There's the triple from deep range. KP hits it.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Banchero outside. Carter, a screen on Tatum. The three from Banchero. And he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
Banchero with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Banchero no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's White. Three-pointer, Holiday. The rebound by Carter.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
That is the guy to go to. I mean, when everything's frenetic, Carter has that steady, even keel pulse.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Great job at the line, and it's now a 2-possession game.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Here's Wagner. Carter, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Banchero. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
That's exactly how to close out a game. Take advantage of every opportunity.
So we see the Celtics get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Prince out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the three, the small forward.
And George, a volume three-point shooter, he possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Screen by Giannis. Three-pointer, Lillard, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside, George. From the arc, another three for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lopez outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Good soft hands there from Lopez. Efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the World City.
Now, here's Kuzma. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Back to Giannis. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. And another three for Milwaukee.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the three.
Oubre outside. High post Embiid. from 10 feet out, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Prince outside. Pass to Lopez. Lillard against Maxey. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room, and the layup falls.
And Dame Lillard with tremendous concentration there.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
And we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Maxey passes to George. Now Embiid from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Embiid's got 5 points so far.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Prince kicks to Kuzma. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Lillard outside. There's 31 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Maxey. And now Philadelphia on the break. And that one's good. George.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. 7-point differential. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Paul George. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
We've got Butler. Abusele out there with Embiid. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the two-guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Embiid. Embiid absorbs the contact on the finish.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Trent outside. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Unloads. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Trent's got his first basket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
A nice shot by McCain.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Giannis left side. Giannis says, get off me.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
When for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
Green against Edwards. And he gets it to go.
And that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Portis the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 5. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Well, their pass to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. McCain's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Antetokounmpo finds Trent. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Trent's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And it's Damian Lillard in for Kevin Porter.
Yeah, just not going to get too cute with it here. Get the ball to PG and let PG cook.
Portis the screen. Lillard from outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Lillard surveying the D. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's the 3. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
What a grand finale to the half. Great shot from...
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward. Ray, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense, other times it's to ignite it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Maxey's got 8 points.
And in that pick-and-roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done. He wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do. Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Maxey passes to Grimes. And here's George for three. Milwaukee with the rebound. 1:43 left here in the third quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. From deep, Prince. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 3. Grimes passes to Maxey. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Maxey's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Philadelphia. Giannis kicks to Kuzma. Over in the corner, Lillard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 4. Here's Embiid. Oubre on the wing. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Oubre's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kuzma outside. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Inside, Antetokounmpo, automatic.
Yeah, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Lets it fly. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Philadelphia ahead, leading by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Edwards. Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
There's Portis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The physicality that Bobby Portis brings to the game is something that his teammates really get behind. It makes him such an effective player out there, impacting the attitude of so many.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Maxey sets a screen for Oubre. Traps in the tray. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in, and with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Lillard against Maxey. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. An incredible offensive talent.
Antetokounmpo against Oubre. Outside for George. Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded, and it goes down 2 points.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
On the wing, Giannis. Covered by Oubre. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Embiid. Over Lopez. Assertive move by Embiid.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Prince. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, the bigger the possession, the more engaged Taurean Prince is. Wow.
Embiid inside. Lopez covering. Unloads from 13. Count it!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo finds Kuzma. Here's Prince. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Prince the screen. Lillard. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Oubre, a screen on Lopez. 3-pointer by Embiid. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard outside. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's Embiid. And we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Lillard way outside. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Paul George is out there with Oubre. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
3-pointer, Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee. Maxey looking it over. From 12 feet out. Unable to get that one. Good D by Lopez. Antetokounmpo against Embiid. And Lopez gets it to go.
And making it look effortless. Great job by Lopez finishing through the contact.
And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. unloads from 13. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 16 points for Joel Embiid. Inside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Lopez from long range. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Here's George. It falls.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Oubre against Giannis. It counts. And the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets. Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Oubre outside. Here's Maxey. Nails the tray.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Lopez against Embiid. Lets it go with the three. Can't knock in the three. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry.
Like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Now here's Suggs. Banchero surveys. From the line, and Suggs the bucket on the assist from Banchero.
Yeah, too easy. I mean, for Suggs, he makes that in his sleep.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Wagner. Wiggins for three, and again it's Miami from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball five, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Miami has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Adebayo passes to Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Suggs. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Hero, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Suggs with the bucket.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
1:35 left in the first quarter of the game. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. And the Magic making a change here as well. Bataze's checked in for Banchero. Now here's Burks. Pass to Wiggins. 1:22 left in the first. No coverage that time.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Now here's Suggs. Outside Carter. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Suggs surveys the D. Natase with a screen. And it's Suggs with the three. Suggs has got 7.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ware. On the wing, Burks. He's covered by Suggs. It's good. 12 seconds left in the first quarter here. Now Suggs. And that's not gonna go. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll get the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
We've got Kevin Love. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Larson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
For 3, Robinson drains the triple. Robinson's gotten his second bucket.
The shrewd court awareness of Love. Excellent at realizing when his guys are wide open.
Here's Banchero. Banchero delivers inside.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Hero left side. Shot from the wing. And Miami again with the bucket.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Banchero. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Duncan Robinson. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Isaac. Outside Robinson. Pass to Ware. Fires for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Robinson. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. Adebayo sets a screen. Miami, no good that time either.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Suggs. He's got 10. Here's Banchero. Oh, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Miami making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Heat trail by 4. Wiggins outside. Mitchell against Suggs. Wiggins with a screen on Suggs. Mitchell misses. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And here's Suggs. Wagner, the pass to Isaac. And here's Suggs. Isaac with a screen on Mitchell. The 3 from Suggs. Nails it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 13.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Caldwell Pope against Burks. Outside Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Wiggins. To win the drought. Wiggins for the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Wagner gets it to go.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Adebayo from long range. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Monster buzzer beater. Helps carve into that deficit. It's anyone's game now.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Magic leading by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
So for Orlando right now, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner, and it's Suggs in at the point. Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Now here's Suggs. He's got 13. Back to Banchero. The rebound by Ware.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right and you still get a bad result.
Hero outside. Wiggins outside. Adebayo sets a screen. And Wiggins with the 3. Wiggins got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Suggs with it, guarded by Adebayo. And it's in there. And the Magic lead by 4.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. And the Magic making a change here as well. Black's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Adebayo finds Robinson. Here's Ware. Now here's Hero. Yep, that one's good.
Yeah, and the defense was there. But Hero is just so good at nailing contested shots.
A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Black passes to Suggs. Banchero the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Suggs with the bucket. 17 points in the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Burks. There's a minute 26 left in the third. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero for three. Orlando with the rebound. On the wing, Suggs. Pass to Black. Shoots over Hero. Black, no good. Heat trail by 4. Fires the three. And Tyler Hero hits from deep. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
They set the screen. Here's Black. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Hero. And there's another one for the Heat.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Here's Black. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Adebayo sets a screen. Hero for three. And the Heat, another three.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Hero in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Pass to Anthony. Picked by Isaac. The 3. Sinks the tray. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Anderson passes to Hero for 3. Robinson. It's rebounded by Bataze. Orlando leading. Anthony finds Isaac. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Isaac.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance. And trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
And Allie, thanks. Wiggins against Wagner. Then Carroll left side. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Pass to Burks. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Adebayo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Banchero.
Just an enforcer for this team. Adebayo is no stranger to physical play, whether he's receiving it or dishing it out. In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
Banchero gets Adebayo. Banchero no good. And So Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. 2-point game.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, PA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And Carroll passes to Caldwell Pope. Carter, a screen on Wiggins. Wagner for three. Rebound Miami.
He's got to be mad at himself. He won't get a better look than that.
Hero against Suggs. Yes! And the foul! It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, in these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Pass to Carter. Back to Caldwell Pope. And here's Suggs. Here's Banchero. Counted by Adebayo. The jump hook. Count it.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, you never want to send Hero to the line. Tyler's led the league in free throw shooting.
He gets the first, and that brings him within two here. And so he hits both. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up two. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up three, they've got to play smart.
Wiggins from long range, and it's good. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
Stepping up in a big way. Woo! It's great to see Wiggins take and make these huge shots.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Suggs. Count it!
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset.
Offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Trent's out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. The shot's good from Lopez.
Boy, Brook Lopez making a difficult shot look easy. How about the focus down deep?
Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Now here's Tatum, following the miss by Giannis. Porzingis against Lopez. 5 to shoot. Tatum, that's for 2. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Well, the jump shot that Jason Tatum has is absolutely lethal. The form, the extension, everything is on point.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's White. The 3 from Tatum. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Kuzma passes to Giannis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And he sinks the second.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Brown, good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek freak. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Al Horford is checked in for Jason Tatum. The Bucks also with the sub. Portis is checked in. 1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. Portis is screen on Holiday. Prince outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's Portis atop the key. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the defense knew they messed up there. Can't allow Dame to get his feet set.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Down low. Porzingis can't hit. The Bucks trail. Prince outside. Pass to Portis. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Shoots over White. Lopez, no luck. Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Brown uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 5 now.
Well, Jaylen Brown has quality handles now. Relentless on the attack when he's got the rock in his hands.
Kuzma outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And a wide open look for Portis. The three-pointer no good. Pass to Brown. Kuzma pulls it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Prince's shot is good.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back with you for the start of the season. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the small forward.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him.
Trent with the wide open look. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Trent against Tatum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Over Tatum. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6 points in the quarter. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter. Holiday, the pass to Cornette. Brown right side. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Pass to White. Brown against Kuzma. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Brown.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Outside Portis. The tray. Good. And a nice assist from Prince. Portis has got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Brown outside. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Lillard with it. And Lillard throws it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. He hits the second from the line. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Well, you have to like the length of Brook Lopez and the fact that he understands he has that advantage on both ends of the floor.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside White. Tatum looking around. Up against it inside. Tatum fights through. Hatchets his way to the rack.
You see Jason Tatum doesn't get hurried under duress of the clock, just trusts in his ability to make shots.
The 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Outside White. Back to Tatum. Tatum from 3.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Prince outside. Back to Giannis. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. He gets that one. Giannis has got 12 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
On the wing, Brown. Guarded by Kuzma.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Trent's checked in for Milwaukee. Giannis outside. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. Boston trailing. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. For the lead. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Brown.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range, so important. Kristaps Porzingis from three.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks passing it around. Rebound, Boston. Outside, Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Antetokounmpo passes to Prince. Over in the corner, Lillard. Shot from 12. He squares up and sinks it. Lillard's got 8 points. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Brown outside. Back to Holiday. Outside, Tatum. To the left side wing. Brown outside. Prince with the defensive effort. Trent outside. Over Holiday. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here is Porter. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at the three, the small forward. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Giannis striking in. That one good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Porter. Here's Hauser, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Craig against Giannis. Craig pulls it in.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Tatum with it. Picked up by Portis. Now Porter. Pass to Giannis. Porter, a screen on Craig. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Porter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during the shoot-around. we've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment. He is unafraid.
Lillard, right side. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lopez, a screen on Tatum. It's stolen by White. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Pass to Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Howard. Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. 1:07 left in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Brown jams it in.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Kuzma. The Bucks working the ball around. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. It drops.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's Tatum, and he drives in. Comes up empty down low. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. A pass to Porzingis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Outside Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Launches a 3. It doesn't go for him. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They seem... David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And Orlando starts out with the ball. A look at the Magic starting group. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in at the 3 slot.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
For 3, Bridges sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Here's Hart. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. No good with the triple. Banchero inside, defended by Hart. They get it back. That one falls.
A highly coordinated big fella. Carter Jr. has a variety of moves down low that he can beat defenders with.
Now, here's Bridges. There's the triple. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's Suggs missing. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Brunson with it, and it's Carter picking him up. And that one, good.
Oh, great move there from Jalen Brunson, flashy.
Magically, 6-5.
Suggs with the ball. With the crossover. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Bridges with it. Anunoby outside. New York moving the ball around. Hart against Banchero. Hart, no good. The Magic have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Carter left side. Carter with a screen on Brunson. And it's Suggs missing. Knicks trail by 3. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hart. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Gritty play by a gritty player, Josh Hart. Hard to deny it.
The Magic shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. For the Knicks, Achua, he's checked in for OG Anunoby, and Miles McBride subbed in for Mikal Bridges. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Anthony Black in for Suggs. Now McBride. Following Franz Wagner's three-point attempt. And Brunson gets it to go.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Magic. They trail by 1. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. And that's collected by Brunson. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The dunk by Achua.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Anthony looking it over. Jacks up a 3. The three-pointer is right on target. It's a tie game in New York. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Jonathan Isaac. Black is out there with Cole Anthony. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center, filling out the middle. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
A timing play, but it helps to have a leaper like Mitchell Robinson finish it off.
And it's Banchero top the key. Bucket is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
On the wing, Bridges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Now here's Payne, guarded closer. He can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. A nice shot by Black.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So for the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Again, the Magic score.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options. If he can't penetrate, your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Banchero looking around. And yes, it's good.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Here's Brunson. Brunson so quick on the drive.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Wagner outside. Bridges against Suggs. Carter kicks to Wagner. Let's go. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Wagner's got it all tied up now for the Magic. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Achua. Bridges outside. Off target from outside. Banchero right side. And the shot goes in. Banchero's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll get you back to the action after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Towns. Chalk up 2 there. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. Now here's Hart. Pass to Bridges. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bridges got 5 points so far.
Bridges doing a great job of getting on the inside to find a way to score.
The Magic trail by 3. Suggs passes to Wagner. Now Caldwell Pope. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And KCP right now just not backing down.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game here. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. It's Hart on the wing. He's covered by Banchero. Towns a screen on Suggs. Launches it. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Brunson. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, look at the release. Towns with a quick trigger.
Suggs looking around. Pass to Banchero. Driving the lane. Caldwell Pope outside. Drills it from outside. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket of the game.
Retaliation triple from KCP.
Hart with it on the wing. Bridges. Anunoby outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 12 points for him.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And here's Brunson. He's covered by Suggs. Fades away. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Suggs against Brunson. They now take the lead. And the Magic lead by 2.
Oh, bigger than your average guard. Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Anunoby outside. Takes a 3. And another 3 for New York.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
And here is Suggs. Here's Banchero. It's not going to go for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks lead by 1. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Banchero. Anthony is out there with Black. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Bitadze in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Anunoby, good.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Black the pass to Isaac. Isaac a screen on Anunoby. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul for the Knicks. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Achua. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Banchero a screen on Brunson. That shot wide open. And the Magic lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And because it's so easy for him to get to the cup, Suggs doesn't shoot a ton of mid-range jumpers, but he has it in his arsenal.
Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Magic moving the ball around. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Wagner. Wagner's got 3 assists now in this one. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. That one misses. Good work defensively by Carter. Wagner against Towns. Carter kicks to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Second chance shot. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Brunson. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Brunson against Suggs. Wagner wide open. Good on the 3-point shot. Wagner's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
Brunson the pass to Ananobi. Bridges outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And Bridges elevating his game. Woo!
Pass to Banchero. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Wagner outside. Fires the 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. It's a 3-point game. Here's Brunson. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Here are the Magic now. Banchero outside. Pass to Suggs. Drills the 3-pointer.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Bridges. Brunson up top. A 3-pointer off the mark. And he commits the intentional foul.
Karl Anthony Towns. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
New York takes timeout. They're trailing by 8. What do you think, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
It's the first that will put them up by 9.
2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Magic win it. They seem to relish. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.